Hi.
And we were just talking in the green room lobby before we went live. The question I always ask before the show is, do you have anything that you want to handle off the air, just in case there's some personal details or a customer that we're talking about or whatever. But that being said, especially with Nicole and Sammy, we just kind of do our meeting in front of you guys because I think one of the powerful things about our show is that we just kind of do it all in front of everybody. And
Mm-hmm.
so as we're building, everyone else is learning what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I think that that's really powerful for a lot of people. And I think that it's a lot of people that watch it on the restream can, kind of feel like they're they're following along with their small business and getting their courage up to go ahead and start doing it because some of it's intimidating, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you're working with a client in a war room right now.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to have a follow up meeting with this client, but let's talk about this client that you're working with, um, and the process they're going through with the war room.
Yeah. So it just kind of opens up a page where they're able to kind of ask their questions and communicate with us, and um, kind of gives them like our whole team so that we're all able to talk to each other, stay on the same page. They can post things on there and be like, this is kind of what I'm looking for. We can take that, make it how they want, and send it back to them.
And so, actually, this client is um, working with Kim
Mm-hmm.
on a website. So they're doing a they're an electrical contractor, but they're looking at breaking into being a electrical parts distributor. So what we're doing um, is putting together a website that actually sells products.
Mm-hmm.
And Sammy, you're going to do a lot of the merchandising and development for each one of their parts. Like, say, for instance, they have, a certain, light switch
Yeah.
that they sell. They'll send you the picture,
Mm-hmm.
and then what you do is clean that up and then put their logo. Are you doing logo work for them?
I need to talk to him about that. So
Okay.
far, we just talked about kind of the photos, so he's working on gathering those up for me right now.
Okay, so you're just interfacing with the client, and that I think that that's a really good um, thing to talk about. How the agency works is, they go through the agency and a particular salesperson or whoever they talk to, but then they go directly to the professional that they're working with, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Feels like you don't have to deal with the middleman. You actually get to talk to the actual person working on your stuff.
Well, and I think that that becomes really powerful if you're a small business and you say, okay, well, I can't afford all of this overhead.
Mm-hmm.
I can't have my own designer. I can't have my own developer, web developer. I can't have my own media person. I can't have my own content creator, copywriter, Imagineer that comes up with the plans of what is the true marketing plan that we want to have.
Mm-hmm.
And it offers small businesses a chance to actually just work with different people at different stages. You know, one of the things that I think is really hard for small businesses, and I know because I've owned a lot of them, you try to have somebody in the office
Mm-hmm.
do it.
Yeah.
And that's tough. You know, the result is we've got the lady that's in the office trying to come up with Facebook posts and Instagram posts and content, and then they're using Canva to try and do a little flyer or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know, it's too much for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, the things that would be easy for you given your years of training, you know, are very difficult for somebody in the office. And we don't think about it. You know, I was meeting with a client yesterday who owns a car detailing place here in Norman, and his business has dropped off. And you know, it just to let everyone know, you know, part of my business that I do is I donate my time as a coach and a consultant to small businesses and individuals that are doing wealth building. And so that's kind of where our funnel starts, where you might not be able to afford somebody like me and hire them for your company. But my passionate interest is to bring up small businesses and give them the advantage
Mm-hmm.
that some of these other businesses have. And I give that away for free. And then I pass that down to my folks like Sammy and Kim and Nicole and, you know, Stephanie and any of the people that we're working with that are providing those valuable resources. But it starts most of the time with me giving away my time for free to strategize with individuals that need to do wealth building and businesses that need businesses that need marketing help. So when I'm talking to this guy, this detail guy,
Mm-hmm.
he says, "Oh, my marketing is not working right, and blah blah blah, and it's my marketing, and my business is falling off." And when I'm having a conversation with this guy, I'm not just a one answer shop just because I have marketing people. So I say, hell, oh, let me sell you marketing,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because that's what I sell. And let's just say that's what you need. Even if the client says, oh, that's what I need. I looked at this guy and I said, you know, you do fabulous work. Your price range is wonderful, which he is, by the way. And if anybody needs cheap detailing on their cars, message me off air and I'll give you this guy's contact, and he is mobile. Come to your house in Norman or Oklahoma surrounding area, and I'll just give that to him and you guys. But what I told him was, I said, you know, we're in the middle of a recession.
Mm-hmm.
And that's tough, you know, because auto detailing is a luxury item. And bread's more expensive. The grocery basket is more expensive. Our insurance is going up.
Mm-hmm.
Rent is going up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, everything is getting so expensive. And I said, have you considered that maybe your clients are just backing off of this luxury item and they're saying, hey, look, you know, you got to wash your own car. You know, get that kid out there with the lawnmower. He's got to do the lawn. We're not paying for that. You know, we're not paying somebody to come wash the windows in the house. You know, that's a luxury.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have maids that come and clean the house, and we're going to have to kind of lay them off a little while and clean our own toilets for a little bit because, you know, things are really expensive.
Yeah.
You know, so when I look at this guy, I say, hey, you know, maybe it's not just marketing, and I understand that you enjoy doing the detailing work. That's awesome. But one of the things that we have to do in business is we have to, you know, change and be dynamic with the times. And maybe he needs to do some other work
Mm-hmm.
while he's waiting for the detailing business to, and I, you know, don't give it up.
Yeah.
And definitely use your marketing. However, what I don't want to see is I don't want to see this guy take a bunch of dollars and buy a bunch of marketing to a smaller group of customers that are just not into it
Yeah.
financially.
Exactly.
So he was wanting to do junk hauling and some other odd jobs. And I was like, well, instead of marketing the detailing business, maybe kind of shift gears and become a services business. And while you're doing the details, great, let's fix up the cars. But be open to marketing different services in that channel.
Gotcha.
And that way you've got work coming in, and you know, later we'll do more detailing, but you know, his wife's a school teacher, which everyone knows that's near and dear to my heart. My daughter's a school teacher, and you know, we don't pay those kids enough to do that job.
Teachers need to be paid way more.
Yeah, like on the order of triple.
Yeah.
Would be a good start to catch up. But, you know, we're not going to solve that on the Mark and Sammy show. But
if we could, we would.
If we could, we would. Don't get us wrong. We
Yeah.
would. But so I'm doing some pro bono for this kid. And I may set up a profit sharing opportunity for you. And I'm putting that out there just so that people can realize that, you know, we will do some spec work for smaller clients just to show them what we can do and how powerful it is. And then you pay us commissions on the work that you're getting until we get you on a regular program. And it just depends on Sammy's time, the client, if she likes him or not, if we like you or not, if you're nice. You know, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
And
feedback goes a long way.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we understand that we need to, you know, kind of help these small businesses make a little bit more money. And then when they're making a little bit more money, they can reinvest. But back to this kid that I was talking to, he, needs to kind of change his business a little bit. And a lot of people don't know this, but back in Prohibition, I want to say this right, and I'm pretty sure that I'm right on this. They'll fact check me in the comments. I know if I'm wrong, but they Coors Brewing was making beer. And then Prohibition came and it became illegal to make beer. So instead of fold up the doors, they ended up making porcelain.
Oh.
And somebody will have to research that for me, but I know there was something like that. And they made porcelain during the years of Prohibition, and then they went back to making beer after the Prohibition was lifted, but they didn't quit.
Yeah.
but their product was taken away, so they ended up making something else.
That's interesting. I have to look that up later.
Yeah, that's a good one. But the point is, if your main product gets taken away, you know, you need to kind of shift gears maybe and do something else. And we're heading into these recessionary times. A lot of the consulting that I do for high wealth individuals and larger companies are preparing for, you know, these interest rates that are high, the refinancing of capital assets. You know, the trickle down theory doesn't ever seem to work for regular Americans, you know, for middle class and lower class. The trickle down they tell us all about, the wealth that's going to come trickling down. But I'll tell you what trickles down all the time: pain. You know, as soon as the higher ups stop making the money that they want to make, you know, we feel it at the gas pumps and the grocery stores and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So this show, the Mark Hope Show, which Sammy made my wonderful logo, which I love.
Thank you.
And our old logo, I want to say that we started doing this show, I want to say 2005, something like that. And that old microphone logo was our old logo until, what, a month ago, Sammy?
I think so. Yeah, about a month.
And I love the new logo. And our old logo was a handshaking, which was good, and a microphone, but it didn't really talk about what we do on the show as eloquently as the, you know, the elephant and the mama elephant protecting the baby elephant. And that was born out of a conversation with Sammy that we were talking about the show. And I said, hey, you know, this is what we do. And that elephant above me right there, there's a little baby elephant. And I said, you know, this is what we do. And I actually got this elephant out, and here's our little baby getting protected by the mama. And that's, you know, that's really what we do. And like a week later, here comes Sammy in my war room with her, and we've got the new show logo, which is awesome. And, you know, a lot of times it's really important to do things. You know, don't you think, Sammy?
Oh, yeah.
You know, because a lot of times, especially in your part of the office, it's very rarely is it right in the beginning. You get that a lot, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in this case, it was perfect. First shot. You and I talked about it. You made the logo. You did it all up. And it was like, holy crap, this is perfect. First time. That is rare. Normally, the color's off, or, you know, you do something for the client and they say, oh, could the head be bigger? Or, you know, can you make it, you know, can it face the other way or whatever? It's never perfect, right?
Yeah, I usually have files that say like final. This is the actual final. Go through all the different steps.
But that's, you know, that's how we do it in life. You know, and the most important thing is that we never give up. You know, we try something, and if it doesn't work, we try something different. But having somebody that can, you know, guide us through that professional look is really important. And that's your role, is really getting that replicatable thing down. Because I think what a lot of people don't realize is that 80% of your business should be repeat customers and customer referrals. Only 20% should be new business. So if you're spending money on advertising and it's above that 20%, that's a mistake. You need to work on branding, which is Sammy's specialty. And we need to put that branding into ways that make it easier for our customers to refer us.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times that's artificial intelligence metrics that allow for a drill down into the proper customer base, which a lot of times, especially when I'm working with roofers, they want the intelligence and the data to give them this zip code in this geofence for finance, and that they own a home. Because if they're advertising to people that are in the lower income stream and they live in an apartment,
Mm-hmm.
that's wasted money.
Yeah.
We've wasted all of that money and all of that mail and all of that horsepower on people that, although they love us, they're not customers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a roof.
Yeah.
They don't own a roof. So we've got to make sure that we're doing the artificial intelligence dynamic on drilling into the data. What do the customers need to hear? And Sammy, that's one of the things that goes on across the hall from you in the forensic department. They're drilling down into the AI, and then they're getting you content, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, here's the bullet points, here's what they want to see, and then we drop it into this profile
Mm-hmm.
of the people that have roofs, that have money to buy roofs, and then we do a drip email campaign with your work of before and after and what the experience is like working with these roofers. And that goes directly to those customers. And they end up spending on the order of half of their advertising, even though they're paying Sammy and they're paying the agency to develop the content. The ending content that they end up putting into paid advertising is a lot smaller because it's reshareable to friends, family, associates, and it's in the drip. So once we have a monthly drip for that company and we're doing their content advertising, then somebody that needs a roof 5 years from now immediately goes to that
Mm-hmm.
business. And it's a shame when you build a relationship and you're on social media and you hope they see you, but the 1 month that you didn't give Facebook $1,000, your client needed a roof. My competitor got that. Why? Well, you need to have that relationship that's ongoing. And the basic thing on email is you can't have scroll lines. It needs to be before and after telling a story with a click to a landing page. And no scroll lines, no big novel, no big anything. People do not want to read more than 5 words.
Yeah.
And if you have more than 5 words on your drip email, unsubscribe, block, you don't have a chance. But if you have a before of a caved in house and an after, right? And
Yeah.
it says, click here to see the video of this job. That's a 3-minute video that goes to a landing page.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get to go in the landing page and like, oh, this is fun content. I love this. And they stay for the story,
Yeah.
And it's so simple. Everything that I do is so simple, but you just have to execute it.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time I talk to people about power washing videos on TikTok, I mean, who doesn't stop and watch that? Dirty sidewalk and the guy's, it's so satisfying. That's what we need to see. We need to see things that we're interested in, and then we get that branded content overlay
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's what you're doing.
Yep.
Here's the overlay. Here's their number, a click to a landing page or a reference to social media. We're tying all that together. And our agency, our little tagline is, the marketing agency for the rest of us. We don't have a big bill. We have a small bill that starts off building a relationship. And our customer, we don't have any contracts. We don't make you sign anything. As long as you're happy with what we're doing, we want to have the relationship. As soon as you're not happy with us, then you can go ahead and cancel and 30 days notice and you're done. And that is the true test to somebody that's giving you quality. You don't have to sign a long contract or whatever. So we're coming up at the top of our hour. Sammy, tell everybody what you're doing for Halloween.
So for Halloween, I have talked my husband into letting me paint him up like a Nox and a Moon from The Mummy, and I'll be Emotep. And then this little guy has his Gryffindor robe, so he's going to be a little Gryffindor. And then Panther has a Slytherin robe, so he'll be a little Slytherin.
So they're going to be Hogwarts.
Yeah.
And you guys that I'm going to make you take some pictures of you guys.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely going to be lots of pictures.
And we'll show it with the audience on the show, right?
Okay.
Have you guys decided to go to the Belmar adult Christmas Halloween party?
I don't know if Seth knows what day it's on.
I think that I'll look it up, Belmar. Belmar Golf and Country Club. I'm going to share this. We love this place. Events. Halloween. Okay. They don't have the party up here.
Oh. Well, I'll have Seth text Grant and get all the details.
That sounds good. I don't know that Luann and I will be dressing up because I'm old and broken, but we will definitely sit with you guys.
All right. Yeah.
But
I'd love to get to see you guys.
Well, anybody that wants to meet us at that party too is welcome to come over and see us. And I want to tell everybody, I really appreciate you tuning into the show. And, I know everybody comes to see Sammy and then I do all the talking, but I guarantee you that she is really fun to work with. If you bring her a project, reach out on the show notes or just message us. And she's more than happy to talk to you about your progress on your projects. And if you're doing the $4.99 special, you get a free show segment. So we're going to do the collateral and then get you started, but we're also going to bring you in to the show and promote your project, and anybody that's working with the agency gets some free meat. And some people say that's worth $6.50 an hour. And some people say it's worth what you pay for it if you get it for free. But I promise you that I have a lot of years of experience and a lot of great ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And I love to help people. So if you need some help in your business, then reach out to marketinghope.com and sign up for the special, or just reach out to social media, talk to Sammy, talk to me, and we're sitting here wanting to help you.
Yep.
All right, everybody. That's a wrap.
Bye.
She's the best.